Yeah, obviously disappointed to lose, but I think obviously Jason Roy batted outstandingly well. It was very hard to stop him, and you always hope that Jason might do something a bit silly, but I thought that was actually for him. It was an outstanding innings, and one I haven't seen that many times of him. He really sort of played the game well, went deep, and got the 100 that we were always going to need if we were going to chase them down. But over 200s, I don't think you can ever say over 200 here's par. I think we probably got par getting that 180. But fair play to him. He showed tonight why he's playing for England.
And I wonder if he was helped as well. The fact he was batting with Sangakkara for quite a long time as well.
Yeah, he's like a fine wine, Sangakkara, isn't he? He just keeps going and keeps getting better. He's awesome, but he makes it very difficult to bowl at him. I think, probably on reflection, I think at times we gave them too many easy hit balls. I think you always want them to play the best shots possible, but overall, I think sometimes you've got to say in 2020, well played to Jason Roy and also to Sangakkara. But again, batting wise, I thought to go and get 180, especially after being 2 down in the 1.5 overs, was a great effort. It was great to see Ross going back like that again. Shows why we brought him in. He's such a class player. So you dust yourselves off. We said after the last result, let's not get too high. Looking at every group, every team in the group, it's so difficult. To come here tonight and see Bravo, Sangakkara, Jason Roy on their team sheet, and then you go again, you're looking at every game is going to be tough. So look, we weren't going to get ahead of ourselves, and we're certainly not going to get 2 down now. You've got to lick our wounds and we go again.
And actually, when you talk about this T20 Blast, this is becoming a world-class competition, isn't it? You've just listed some of those players that were playing tonight.
It is. Going back the other night when you're looking at, big Chris Gale coming here, and it's great to see so many great overseas. Obviously Darren Sammy and Afridi playing for Hampshire, and I can go on and on and on. And that's exactly what we need. I think that's why when we talk about playing in a block is because you want to see these guys play the full competitions and not just here, especially in the West Indies guys, just here for 6-7 games. You want to see them play throughout. But it's a great competition. It's tough cricket, and we're going to have to play very, very well to get through. And we'll probably slightly off with the ball, and when you do that and someone has the day out, it makes it very difficult.
Talk about some of your bowlers though, because despite conceding 200, I thought Will Beer particularly and Ajmal Shazad bowled really well tonight.
It is, yeah. Aj, that's 2 games in a row. I think even the other night, his figures didn't quite give him the credit he deserves with how well he's done. It's a very tough end, and he's done a job for us in both games. And as you said, Will Beer, I think he's just getting better and better. This year he's putting more pace on the ball as well, and it's tough. Even for Danny, Danny Briggs is going to be a massive asset for us throughout this competition, but it's hard managing that far end, and at the moment he's getting the Michael Yardy end, I'd like to call it. But most of this ground is managing that far end, and I actually thought tonight they, credit to them, they bowled really well. They got the Yorkers in, their slow balls in very well, and we still end up with 180. So the game's going crazy, isn't it?
Much talk in the winter, Luke, about fitness and fielding, and Sussex fielded well tonight.
Yeah, I think that's something. Looking round now, I feel like we're massively improved. That's something we needed to get better at physically and through working hard. And Hoppo's worked very, very hard with the guys. And same, even on the game on Wednesday, I think, I've seen Mills having balls hit him from Hoppo so many times, and then for that one he stops, it makes it worthwhile. But yeah, to look round and actually see lots of guys rather than trying to hide too many people, it's great. It's great when you're trying to just hide 1 or 2, and it makes it a lot easier.
20 over to 50 over. Has this been a good preparation for that 50 over competition, Luke?
Well, it certainly does. It gets you going. It certainly gets everyone knowing what the standard's got to be, and I think that's been nice. People have stood up. It makes selection for Monday very hard. There's plenty of guys that have put the hand up to play, and there's young lads as well that have put the hand up to play as well, which you need. There's plenty of guys disappointed not to play in this 2020 side, but I said at the start of the year I want this to be a hard team to get into, and it is. We're playing well. I think we've got a good side, and again, like we have done in the 2020, we want to attack this competition and try and get a good start on Monday.
And those decisions in terms of team selection down to you and Mark, are they tough decisions to make, Luke?
Yeah, they are. I think we can go with a few different combinations. Obviously, there's the guys who haven't been playing in the 2020s. In Joyce, he's been in fine form as well. So obviously he comes back into the reckoning. But when you bring him back in and an overseas, then there's going to be 1 or 2 batters very disappointed. But as I said, that's the decision I wanted. I'd be gutted if we were just able to just pick 11 and be dead easy. So I'm quite happy for people to hate me on the sidelines when I'm picking this side. It should be difficult. You're playing for Sussex, and that's the way it should be.
Final question yourself. You said after Wednesday you felt a bit sore. You hadn't played much cricket. How are you feeling now, Luke?
Yeah, still pretty sore. I've had to run quite a lot recently, but no, it's great to be back out there. I still don't feel quite at my best, but I suppose that will come in time. But yeah, you had to just drop anchor a little bit tonight just to get us going. Because if we went, in our view, if we went 3 down in the third or fourth over, that's the game done. So we wanted to give ourselves a chance at 10 overs at the turn, and I thought we'd done that. But then it needed one of us to go really big, and unfortunately it wasn't to be. But yeah, I felt okay. If you're getting runs when you're not at your best, and hopefully when I click, I can come good.
Final question, 2 games in 3 days, 2 full houses. We've spoken about the importance of the T20. Well, it's packed out.
Well, exactly. I mean, we've always had amazing support here. That's one thing when people are talking about moving grounds, etc. We're one of the grounds that are very lucky with the support we get. I think obviously playing well on Wednesday, backed up as well. Obviously we started nicely in Gloucester. We're going to get good crowds, and we want to play well in front of this team. I think in the past we haven't performed well enough in front of this crowd. It's been away games we've been winning, so we want to keep playing like we did on Wednesday night. I don't think we're that far off tonight, but as I said, it's tough in this division. But I think if we keep doing the things we're doing, we'll have more wins than we will losses.